You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Authorities in Butler Township are searching for a person of interest following a fire in Beech Mountain. Firefighters were called to the private housing development shortly before 7 this morning for a report of a structure fire at 205 Trapper Springs Lane. Police suspected that the fire was intentionally set after an armed man was seen fleeing the area in a dark-colored Jeep. That man was later identified by state police as 57-year-old David Carls, who was traveling in a black Jeep Cherokee with PA registration PZA 787B. An arrest warrant has been issued for Carls, who's facing charges of reckless endangerment, robbery, and aggravated assault. Police believe that he may possibly be in the Hazelton or Frackville areas. Carls is considered to be armed and dangerous, so anyone with information on his whereabouts is being urged to not approach him and dial 911. A wanted Hazelton man was taken into custody by police on Monday. Detectives observed 30-year-old Stephen Anthony Tokish in the 1000 block of Sherman Court Monday afternoon. A 2019 investigation revealed that Tokish was found to be in possession of child porn. He was arrested yesterday without incident and charged with 7 counts of possession of child pornography. He was arraigned and taken to Luzerne County Prison for lack of $150,000 straight cash bail. A Wilkes-Barre man was arrested last week on drug trafficking charges. A search warrant was executed on November 10th at the Parish Street home of Tyrone Bradley. Officers seized large amounts of marijuana, crack cocaine, cash, and a handgun from the residence. Police also discovered that Bradley had an out-of-state warrant, which prohibited him from possessing a firearm. He was charged with narcotics trafficking and taken to Luzerne County Prison for lack of $100,000 cash bail. A man's body was recovered from the Susquehanna River after witnesses say he jumped from a bridge. The unidentified man was seen jumping from the 8th Street Bridge in Wyoming on Monday. The Wilkes-Barre City Fire Department's water rescue boat recovered his body, and the Luzerne County coroner ruled the man's death a suicide. The Hazelton City Authority could be providing water service to a couple of major projects slated for the Humboldt Industrial Park. Joe Ricky Beverages, based out of Canada, may be locating to Commerce Drive in Hazel Township and will need high-capacity water service for its beverage production facility. HCA hired engineers to conduct a study of upgrades needed at its filtration plant in order to determine what it needs to provide services to new customers, such as the beverage facility. Niagara, another bottled beverage company, is also looking to develop a plant in Humboldt and already inquired about the authority's service. HCA is currently reviewing the requests and will review them at an upcoming meeting. Residents of McAdoo won't be seeing a tax increase next year, according to the 2022 proposed budget. The tentative spending plan shows the borough with an anticipated net income of just over $62,000, meaning no tax increases, and garbage collection fees will also remain the same for next year. However, monthly parking permit fees will rise from $20 to $30, and handicap sign fees are also set to increase. The budget items can be viewed by the public once they're advertised in legal notices. Klein Township has a new secretary-treasurer. Supervisors voted to approve placing Zoning and Code Officer Gary Perna Jr. into the position for the remainder of 2021, who will also perform township garbage agent duties as well. Supervisors also appointed Jordan Marzellik as Assistant Secretary-Treasurer. Perna will get $985 per month, and Marzellik will get $100 per month, but both will work on an as-needed basis. Former Secretary-Treasurer Carla Aluka resigned effective November 8th. Mahanoy City will have a new borough police chief come 2022. Borough Council unanimously approved to appoint current full-time officer Thomas Rentschler to the post at last week's meeting. Mark Wakrakis retired as chief in December of 2013 after serving for 25 years, 15 of which were as chief, and worked part-time since May of 2016. He was rehired in March of 2019 as a part-time chief to temporarily fill Chief Ken Sapovsky's position, who resigned to become Rush Township's chief in July of 2018. According to the police contract, Rentschler will take over the position on January 1st, starting at $31.62 per hour. Snow squalls can happen in an instant, so PEMA and the National Weather Service have advice for what to do if you get caught up in one. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has more.
Driving in the wintertime is bad enough, but add a snow squall to the mix and conditions can become even more dangerous.
These squalls have resulted in large, complex, multi-vehicle collisions that have closed roadways for long periods of time, injured and stranded motorists, and tragically have resulted in the loss of life.
PEMA and other state agencies have been working over the past several weeks to help prepare drivers for winter road conditions.
We ask for the public to remain aware of these dangerous conditions that snow squalls can create, how rapidly they can occur, and the appropriate action to consider if you receive a warning that you may be driving into a snow squall.
The National Weather Service describes a snow squall as a brief yet intense period of heavy snow with strong winds and visibility of less than a quarter mile.
Coming on so suddenly, these snow squalls can catch drivers off guard and lead to major transportation impacts, including deadly multi-vehicle accidents. But one of the things that makes snow squalls particularly dangerous is their tendency to produce icy roadways through the process of what we call a flash freeze.
Agencies have collaborated to create a variety of digital materials to help increase awareness about snow squalls.
The National Weather Service issues snow squall warnings to alert for the sudden onset of life-threatening conditions encountered by highway travelers during snow squalls. The warnings are short-fused, only issued for about up to an hour or so time period, and are designed to be acted upon immediately. To make sure that the public receives them, these warnings activate the wireless emergency alert system and will push audible alert notifications to smartphones.
If you're driving on the interstate and receive a snow squall warning, try to get off safely at the next available exit.
If you do get caught driving in a snow squall, avoid slamming on your brakes, turn on your headlights and hazard lights, and stay in your lane, and as well as increase your following distance. There's no safe place on the highway during a snow squall.
Drivers should also be proactive and carry an emergency kit in their vehicles and take care of other items as well.
Keep your gas tank at least half full, and that's a minimum, and ensure your cell phone is charged. If you don't already have one, put together a winter emergency travel kit. Things like cell phone chargers, medications, baby food, diapers, a blanket, bottled water, healthy perishable foods, jumper cables, and even a small shovel are important things that you should not leave your home without.
Motorists can check on weather conditions year-round at 511pa.com. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up on WYLN News, details on PSU's employee vaccine mandate, plus 1224s making their way down to the Wiltsey. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Charlie. I am 8, and the forecast for tomorrow is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazelton. Everything to make your house a home.
Your health has never been more important. That's why Lehigh Valley Health Network is making it easier than ever to take control with MyLVHN, your digital health partner. MyLVHN allows you to schedule appointments right from the palm of your hand, message your doctor questions, and even see an LVHN provider from the comfort of your home through video visits. With MyLVHN, you have on-demand access to your health anytime, anywhere. To learn more or to sign up, visit lvhn.org/mylvhn.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazelton area high school football. Join us every week as I'll be joined by head coach Dennis Bookman as we go over past Hazelton area opponents, we'll look ahead to a future opponent, and have a guest from the Cougar football program. That's all this season on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazelton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
Penn State University extended its employee COVID-19 vaccine mandate across all campuses, but employees at some locations will be allowed to opt for weekly testing instead. The remaining campuses were subject to OSHA's latest mandate on Thursday, which applies to employers with 100 or more employees. At those campuses, including Penn State Hazelton, employees can opt for weekly COVID testing instead of the vaccine, but based on federal guidelines at the other campuses, testing is not an option, except in cases of medical or religious exemptions. According to the university, the deadline to be fully vaccinated was extended to January 18th. Hospital leaders anticipate a mid-2022 ribbon cutting on Lehigh Valley Hospital Carbon. Construction of the $80 million 100,000 square foot facility began earlier this year and will serve as Carbon County's newest hospital with state-of-the-art design and technology once completed. The new facility will feature 18 all-private hospital rooms with the capability of expanding to 36 beds, a 12-bed 24/7 emergency room, 2 operating suites, and 2 special procedure rooms. LVHN's already recruiting healthcare professionals for the Carbon County facility, and more than 150 new jobs are expected to be created when the hospital opens. LVH Carbon is located along 443 in Mahoning Township, just outside of Lehighton. 1224 is coming over to perform at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center next month. 1224 will be bringing their high-energy, full-scale holiday rock orchestra concert to the Wiltsey on Friday, December 17th. Show starts at 8, but the lobby will be open to the public from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to visit crafters and support local businesses. Interested vendors can email wiltseydirector@gmail.com or message the Wiltsey Center at the Historic Castle Facebook page. Tickets will be sold at Boscov's in the Laurel Mall for $25 each, online at eventbrite.com, or on Friday, December 3rd from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Hazelton Museum on North Wyoming Street. Masking and social distancing will be observed during the performance, regardless of vaccination status. Visit wiltseycenter.org or their Facebook page, or call 570-455-5863 for the details. Coming up on Kingston's News Choice, we bring back Amber Alerts on this Trooper Talk Tuesday, plus Leading the Way, Part 2. Stay with us.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
You know, Blaze Alexander, we understand that individuals win trophies, but teams win championships. From sales
to service.
From maintenance
to major service.
From Mazda to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram to Buick GMC. Good credit or bad, we got your back. So like I said, it takes a team. If you're in the market for a car, stop to the Great Alexander team at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazelton, and we're taking the deals. The other guys won't.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazelton has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super. Man, 570-497-4150.
Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazelton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazelton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, Fabergé Follies, and the Hazelton Area High School Cougar Crooners. General admission tickets are just $10. Sounds of the Season, December 11th, is sponsored by these local businesses.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on WYLN. I'm Philip Kaufman, and we're joined, as always, by State Trooper Anthony Petrosky. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Folks, we're going to be talking about this vibration you get in your phone, a little ringtone sometimes. Some people don't know what it is. Maybe you're driving on the side of the road as well, and you might see one of those electronic signs that displays it up. But we just want to cover it because some people, I don't think, know exactly the details behind this or the threat that it causes to your area, but we're going to be talking about Amber Alerts. So why don't we just start off the easy definition. What is an Amber Alert?
So an Amber Alert is an alert that you get on your phone. It's an alert that goes on the message boards all across the roads in Pennsylvania. Wherever they are, they get immediately switched to Amber Alerts. It's a notification to let you know that someone under the age of 18 has been abducted and we're looking for her. Okay, when I say we, I mean law enforcement. It may give you a license plate of the vehicle that the juvenile might be in, and that's because there are many law enforcement officers in Pennsylvania, but we can't be everywhere at the same time. So that is why it's so important that the Amber Alert goes out to the entire community, goes out to the entire state, so we have more eyes out there on the road, so we could find this vehicle. We could then make a traffic stop and get the person safe back where they need to go. You know, just within the past few weeks, there was an Amber Alert put out from New York. They were located on the interstate in Hazelton. And our troopers conducted a felony traffic stop. They took the individual into custody, and they took I believe she was either 1 or under 1 years old, and they took the child. These are very serious investigations, and we want to be able to get the child back safely, and that's why it goes out to everybody. And I've heard people talk about, well, I don't know why I get that, because again, it happened in Pittsburgh or it happened in Harrisburg, and I live here in Hazelton, so why do I need to be bothered with that? Because by the time that Amber Alert goes out, some time could have already passed, meaning, yes, it happened in Philadelphia, but they may be in Hazelton right now. It's very important. You have to look at it, see the license plate, and if you see the vehicle, or you think you see the vehicle, it's very simple. You call 911, and then we will go to that location and verify if it's the vehicle. We'll make a traffic stop. If it's not, we'll move on and keep searching. but they're very important. And again, you have to think, well, what if that was my son or daughter? What if that was my grandchild? I would want everybody to do whatever they can to help get them back home safe, and that's what an Amber Alert's all about.
And I guess just to kind of go over it again, if you are witnessing an Amber Alert, or at least something that matches the description, don't approach them or anything like that.
No.
How fully should we handle the situation?
So if you're going to have to call 911. It's very simple. Now, if you're traveling on the road and the vehicle's in front of you, call 911 and give your current location. I'm on 81 southbound. I'm at mile marker 145.4. The vehicle's in the right lane. And you could read the license plate to the dispatcher, and more than likely, the dispatcher will stay on the phone with you until we get there. That's typically how it works, because we want to be able to communicate with the person who has eyes on that vehicle. Now, if you go to the Walmart and you see the vehicle in the parking lot, the best thing to do, call 911. Don't stand by the vehicle. Call 911 from your vehicle, stay in your vehicle until we get there. Because again, we want to be able to have eyes on the vehicle or the people. That's the ultimate goal, is to get that child safe and out of that environment.
For troopers, this can come out, it's not just in PA, I mean, it's a lot of times, from outside of the state where you guys get these reports, and especially this area with it being so, we have the Interstate and we have 81 and 80, and it's just a very frequented travel area. Do you guys find that these Amber Alerts have helped you in many different cases?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what, again, it's important to note where the Amber Alert is coming out of, because again, we have major interstates in Pennsylvania, and they could just be traveling through. So again, don't think, well, the Amber Alert's out of Ohio, because they might be traveling to New York and they might be coming right through our area. So that's why it's important to pay attention. They're very serious investigations. We're talking about an abduction of a child. Very serious. And they're also very dangerous situations. So we wouldn't want anybody to approach the person or the vehicle. The best thing you could do if you think you see it, call 911, give as much information as you can about the location, the vehicle, anybody in it or around it, and then stay on the phone with dispatchers until we get there.
All right. Folks, just remember, if you are out on the road, or if you're out just doing your daily life and you have an Amber Alert come around and you do witness something that matches the description in any way possible, make sure that you check it out and then call 911. Do not approach the situation, just call 911, report the incident, and dispatchers will stay on the phone line with you, and state police will get there.
Yes.
And remember the importance of it. And remember, when you get that vibration in your phone, or that, you hear the tone go off, don't just, pass it off as, this isn't going to affect me. This isn't in my area. You never know when it could be. So thank you for talking with us today.
My pleasure.
And thank you, folks, for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday on WYLN.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
M&J Excavation, serving the area with quality and dependable home heating oil with competitive pricing. Also on and off-road oil delivery for your heavy equipment. They also provide paving and excavation services. 570-233-1898.
Gabby has been suffering with terrible migraines her whole life. She comes to see a chiropractor, and after one visit, has amazing results. Stay tuned. Come and watch us. Let's Talk Chiropractic, and we'll show you what happens when you go see the chiropractor.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Eileen Perchak's leading the way again into part 2 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Eileen Perchak from SAFE. So, can you tell us about, I know we discussed that's kind of how you led yourself to understanding and wanting to learn more about autism and getting involved. What led to the foundation, the organization leading into SAFE?
Well, I was looking for friends for my son, essentially is how it happened. Once Michael was diagnosed and we got all the services that we needed, speech, occupational, all of those, the big thing that was missing in his life was a friend. So I went looking for a support group, a social group for both myself and my son, and I found SAFE, and that was, 17, 18 years ago. So I became very active with SAFE. I volunteered, and I just became passionate about it because I met people there that were, going through the same struggles as I was. Our own Pat Gans from WYLN. She was a constant source of, comfort for me because, her son too. So I became involved that way. And after years of volunteering, the executive director had some health issues and needed to step down. And the board asked me to step in and take the executive director position. And that was, 6, 7 years ago. I don't even remember how long at this point. And it's just become a passion for me because I've gotten to see children that were my son's age now progress through, and I've seen it grow, and I've seen these kids make friends and maintain friendships, and so it still is my passion, and I love it.
All right, folks, check back tomorrow as Eileen continues leading the way into part 3 of this week's segment. Have a good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.